What's up guys, my name is Jellycut5 and welcome to a review from the Chelsea versus Barrow game in the Carabao Cup fixture. Before we do get into the video, if you haven't done so already, please like, please subscribe and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Chelsea 5, Barrow 0 then, what can I say? 11 changes made in the side, a very big kind of difference for ourselves, but a lot of different players playing, but definitely a professional performance throughout from the minute 1 to the minute 90. Hat-trick hero and Cuckoo struck there with an own goal from Farman and a goal for first Chelsea in Pedro Neto. So really good performance from pretty much everyone that played on the pitch in all fairness, and Cuckoo was a standout performer having the hat-trick. Felix was unlucky for that to be a Farman own goal in all fairness. I was really ashamed to see that as it just hit off the post. I thought it might have counted to be Felix's, but it wasn't to be the case, and Pedro Neto opened up his account in the second half. From the minute 1 to the minute 90, we controlled the game in terms of possession and so on. When you look at the stats, 71% possession to Chelsea, 29% to Barrow, 20 shots for Chelsea, 5 for Barrow, 613 passes for Chelsea, 233 for Barrow. So pure domination from literally from one end to the other in terms of the pitch, and I was just really happy with how the performance carried out in all fairness. Starting from the team, I'm not going to go in terms of the player ratings, in terms of the lineup. I'm just going to read you the actual lineup they did play and my individual thoughts on obviously every single player. In goal was Philip Jorgensen. On the right hand side was Malo Gusto, with Alex Disasi and Badiashile coming in as a centre-back pairing. Renato Vega was on the left hand side, with Cesare Casadei making his first Chelsea start, with Kieran Dewsbury-Hall in the middle, Pedro Neto on the right, Mikhailo Mudryk on the left, João Felix in the middle, and Christopher Nkunku as the lone striker. Philip Jorgensen didn't really have to do much in terms of the actual game itself, was solid throughout though, a 7.0, needed what to do, good distribution to be honest, and you can see as a goalkeeper he's got very good distribution attributes, so it was nice to see his kind of ways in the game. Malo Gusto only played the first 45, obviously being injured in the build up to this particular game. He was a certain doubt, but he was fit. He only played a 45, he did what he needed to do, a 7.0 rating for Malo once again. He won the free kick for the goal that João scored, and at the same time he did what he needed to do on that right hand side and really kind of provoked the defence of Barrow and kind of worked himself into that attacking way for that inverted role. Alex Disasi and Benoit Badiashile was a good centre-back pairing in all fairness, and they did what they needed to do. And again, it was a case of they just didn't do anything wrong and they didn't have to do much right. Alex Disasi had a few chances, Benoit Badiashile was slightly quiet. I would say probably Disasi was probably the stronger out of the two centre-backs that did play, and I'd give Disasi a 7.0 and a Badiashile a 6.5. Renato Vega on the left-hand side made some good tackles, did what he needed to do, didn't get brung into the game much, tried to go forward as much as he possibly could being on the left-hand side. He's a very versatile player, really like him in our squad in all fairness. He's doing really well. And again, just decent performances from himself, but nothing really much to shout about. A 6.8 rating for Renato Vega. Cesare Casadei in the middle. Haven't really seen much of Casadei in all fairness. He's made many substitute appearances, but this is the first time that we've actually made him see a full start. He thought he was really good in all fairness. There's a few sloppy tackles at the first half where he kind of had to find his feet and really get going in the half. But in all fairness, I felt like he had a good game. Wasn't anything special, but at the same time, just thought like he needs to do what he did, and that was to be a 6.9 rating for Cesare Casadei. Kieran Dewsbury-Hall, probably the best game that he's played in a Chelsea shirt so far. Hasn't been that flattering in other games when he has come on as a substitute and has struggled to worm his way into the squad. Felt like he did what he needed to do. He was quite strong in terms of being able to kind of get forward and just do what he needs to do, and that was a difference for himself, and it was just kind of controlling that middle, getting forward, being attacking at the same time, not too creative but still tried to get a lot of balls into that middle of the park. Again, probably a 6.9 rating for Kieran Dewsbury-Hall. Pedro Neto got his first goal for his Chelsea career, really happy to see him get himself a goal. Didn't really have to do a lot on that right hand side, but at the same time when called upon was really good. A 7.2 rating for Pedro Neto. João Felix, a fantastic free kick and an assist for Nkunku's first goal. Felt like he had a really complete performance. Can't really slate him whatsoever. He's just done so well. I love to see João in the Chelsea shirt. Long may it continue. An 8.0 for João Felix. Mikhailo Mudryk, we saw signs that he was kind of getting into the game. He did get an assist in the 48th minute there for Pedro Neto's goal, but just didn't really seem to be that really amazing. He did give it his all in all fairness, and I do like a player that tries. guys. So a 7.0 for myself, for Mykhailo Mudryk. And last but not least, who did start on the first start 11, was Christopher Nkunku. A hat-trick appearance, an unbelievable game from himself. He just looks so effortless in front of goal every time he plays, and every time he touches the ball, it just turns to goals. A 10.0 for Christopher Nkunku, my standout and my man of the match. In terms of the substitutes, he made a fair few subs. Josh Akupon, Ben Chilwell, Carney Chukwuemeka, Tyreek George and Mark Gui coming off the bench. In terms of the actual subs itself, Josh Akupon was really strong, I thought. I felt like he was actually kind of a player that I thought we've been seeing for quite a while, in all fairness, and has been in the squad. Really did well in that first half an hour, the only half an hour he did get to play. Didn't really have to get involved much, but a few decent challenges, and a 6.5 for Josh. Ben Chilwell on that left-hand side tried to get involved as much as possible, and you can see that he's got a lot of talent with him, and if you can keep him fit, then you've definitely got a player. I'm really happy to see him in a Chelsea shirt once again, and a decent half from Ben, and a 7.0 I would give Ben Chilwell. Carney Chukwuemeka, I'm not going to say too much because he is quite rusty at the same time. He didn't really play that many minutes. It felt like he could have done a lot more, and he did have an absolute sitter in the game. It's fair to say that I can't really give Carney a rating. Tyreek George, I felt like he was really good and was unlucky to get a goal, and he looked hungry, to be honest, on that right hand side, and he's definitely a player that we could be seeing in a Chelsea shirt for many years to come. I really like Tyreek, and he's been doing so well in the youth at the same time. Could have been a bit sharper in terms of his finishing, so only a 6.3 for Tyreek. And then Mark Gui, he was really unlucky, to be honest, to not be awarded a penalty near to the end where he was being dragged down, but the referee was not going to give it whatsoever. Again, I can't really give him a rating because he only really played 14 minutes in the tie. But overall, a real professional performance, something different for ourselves to be looking at, because obviously 11 changes made from minute 1 to minute 90. I felt like it was just cool, calm and collective. There was no stresses about it whatsoever. Every player did their job, and we are through to the next round of the Carabao Cup, and it puts us in good stead in terms of going forward for Brighton on Saturday also, because that is a massive game in hand, and we will be seeing a preview for that one on Friday. But that is it for this particular review. It's a little bit short and sweet and hasn't got included as much as what I normally would, but that is it for this particular one. I hope you guys have enjoyed this review. Please like and subscribe for more content, and don't forget to hit that notification button so you never miss a video. Cheers.